just had a major aha that I wanted to share with you guys. So I was doing some extra help for my husband, thinking that I was solving a problem. And when I brought this up to him, he had a different take on that, and it was not received how I intended it to be. And so getting me to think about how sometimes I have a way of trying to problem solve and trying to foresee upcoming difficulties or situations and trying to adjust or make things easier for myself, or in this case for my husband. And just to give a little bit of backstory, he was in a motorcycle accident, doesn't have the use of both of his arms to a great extent, and so to over help did not help the situation here because he didn't ask for it. And so it made me look at the way I show up. I was a little bit hurt or dismayed by the response that I got, because I thought, oh, here I did this loving, kind gesture. I'm setting things up for his ease, to help him when I'm not around, and thinking that this is great. So looking at life as having problems was like ding, 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 ding. Like, instead of looking at life as all these possibilities and playing in the flow of life, I'm looking at this one pattern that I have that I've learned as a child to kind of keep me safe, or safe is a good word, to really go out and solve all the problems that could possibly happen so that I don't get in trouble and I'm not grounded and I'm safe and people aren't mad at me, and the list goes on. And seeing that old pattern come up, that life really isn't full of problems. That's an old mindset, an old way of seeing things. Really, life is about opportunities and experiences, and we could look at it as saying, oh, it's a learning, it's here, we're here to learn, we're here to explore, we're here to grow and expand. And so life isn't really a series of problems. They're a series of events where we can apply what we know, or we can work in the flow, or we allow ourselves to surrender or be in observance of what is really happening and come up with a truth for that moment without bringing up the past, without thinking about the future, with being totally present. I thought, whoa, that is super amazing that I teach these things, and yet, it's so awesome that it shows up as, still a learning of undoing my own belief system, my own way of looking at the world, my own program for how I set up, how to cope and keep myself safe in this world. And, I'm really, I've got one foot in that realm, and I've got another foot in the other realm where I know life is all working for me. I feel like I've been thrown in the midst of really honing this in to the nth degree. And so, it's just fascinating. So I wonder, because I know I'm not the only one that does this. These are things that we do that we're not conscious of how we show up. But I'm curious, who else shows up trying to solve problems, thinking that they have all the answers, thinking that they know what's best, instead of asking, what is it that you need? How can I serve you? How can I be of assistance? Would this help you? Would be more healthier questions, ways of showing up, not just in romantic relationships, but platonic relationships, work relationships, all of our relationships. So I just wanted to share that little growth moment that I just had with you guys, and to kind of normalize the whole process of witnessing ourselves, making decisions, changing, making little movements in our way that we think, in the way that we approach things, that really suit who you're becoming, right? Because we're all here, we're all mastering ourselves, right? And it's with that mastery becomes first nature, not second nature, but it really becomes who we are. So I just wanted to just share that with you guys and see, how is this landing on you, and what do you think about this, and how have you been showing up in your life where you think that you're doing something that is relatively helpful and good for somebody, or for yourself, and it doesn't work out, then how is that? How do you handle that? What are the things that you think, because the first thing that happened to me was I was like, oh, and I got upset and my heart was hurt, and and I want to move away from that, because it was really it wasn't about me. It was what my actions made someone feel. And that is totally not what I wanted to do. I really wanted to make my husband feel loved and taken care of and thought of, and make his life just a little bit more easier than what he's been having to experience lately. So give me a chat, like this video, share it with people, and have a most amazing, fabulous day.